Hey guys, welcome back to Learn BC. You're here with Jared, and we've got release wave 1 for 2026 announced. It's now in preview. You can install this within your own environment. So here I have in my 365 Business Central administration, I've gone and created a version 28 preview. So to do that, when you're creating a new environment, it might throw me an error, but you just go sandbox, country, and you get to choose the version that you're wanting to preview before it's officially a release. We're already being forced up on 27.5. It's now here. It's going to push out in the next 30 days. And shortly behind that, we're going to experience version 28. And 28 is one of those versions that is jam-packed with features that Microsoft has been wanting to bring forwards for quite a while. So before I get into this, please like the video, share and subscribe, help us build the channel. We appreciate your support. Let's get started. Well, here we are with release wave 1 for 2026. It's exciting. There's a lot of AI innovation being invested into by Microsoft over the last multiple releases in version 27, but I wouldn't call them commercial. Like, they've been coming out in preview and being tested. We're excited because Microsoft's pushing more and more in, and we're seeing some of these features mature. Before we go too far, let's go through what's in this video. We are going to talk through some of the new features, some of the new AI features. We're going to talk some critical mandatory changes. We've got other platform updates and timeline and general availability. Remembering this version is preview. It's not yet released. It's expected in April to fall for all cloud customers. So for AI and Copilot enhancements, Microsoft's been investing heavily into this. You can see where they're going about the ability to create your own bots or create your own agents to really do your work for you, following instructions. And that's been out since 27.4, and now in 27.5, they've just gone and fixed a lot of issues to do with the agents locking up and restricting. Now 28. It just pushes that agenda further. We can see a few other things now exposing. So from AI, now we're talking about powered item insights. Now, I've gone into Business Central to go take a look at the Copilot insight pane. In the 28 preview, it's not currently accessible, but this is what Microsoft is saying is coming out, and their instant KPIs on the item card, no manual reports needed, which is pretty cool. So that's exciting. Copilot analyzes historic data to surface trends and risk, real-time visibility into margins, stock health, and sales performance. So no more manual number crunching. So that's a big one. I get a lot of clients asking me for information on their inventory, how we can do this better. It's great to see Microsoft putting focus into this and investment. It helps our clients actually see clearer, find insights that are important for them in their businesses, and be able to, well, actionable insights is what they call it. So Copilot agents, the payables agent, we've already seen the sales agent, payables agent discovery, automatically discover and process emails in the mailbox that have been handled by the payables agent, and streamlines the API work files. We've got a dedicated task pane for managing tasks from all agents. We've got an in-page content review, review content generated by agents directly on the pages where you work, which is pretty cool. That's in our other videos to do with sales and payables agent. You get the preview, and you got to watch the video to see it. It's really, really funky. User avatars in lists, instantly see who created and modified a record with user avatars displayed directly in list views. That's actually exciting. I'm keen to play with that. Supply chain management has had quite a lot of features. So for example, workflow approvals. Every one of my customers would get on the knees and thank God for this. This is great. So approval workflows now cover journals and worksheets. Giddy up. So item journals, physical inventory. Wow. Physical inventory journals, and consumption journals and requisition and planning worksheets now have approval workflows. This is fantastic. So this has been a big one for business. A lot of businesses have felt that Microsoft didn't take the delegation of authority far enough within Business Central, and subsequently a lot of developers have had to extend Business Central to cover these shortfalls. This gives us strict locking, standard workflows, and compliance. Really cool. Item variant attributes. So one thing that Microsoft's done, they've continued to focus on that partnership with Spotify. Spotify has a relationship that every variant could have a separate image, which makes sense. If you've got yellow, green, and blue high-vis jackets in different sizes, when you change the different variant, the jacket should change or the product should change. So this syncs from the parent item. We've now got parent item and variant item images, which is pretty cool. Variant-specific pictures and a description to field added to various pages to provide more context and detail for complex item variants. So that's positive. That really helps our online store customers with using Shopify to really get more value out of their Shopify integration. Quality management. This is cool. So I'm going to show you this. I'm going to open up Business Central and take a look, but native quality checks. So at the moment, the intention is purchase receipts, production output, and assembly output. I've gone and taken an initial peek at this, and it's not showing anywhere around production or assembly, but it is showing on the item. So if we go into Business Central here, if I go into items, I can actually take a look from this Athens desk here. I can go into related quality inspections, and you've also got the ability to go into quality, and you can see there's a quality management setup. We have, wow, module full of features, which gives us an ability to do quite a lot, including when things fail, which bins, bin reclassification and item reclassifications, etc. Really, really super cool. So I'm looking forward to where Microsoft is taking that one. Quality management is definitely something that is on the agenda. Mandatory changes where action is required. This is really important for you to take note. We have the new price experience. I've been banging on this for multiple different months, talking about the key features that you require to go and activate and make sure your business supports it. Priceless is the big one that will hurt certain customers that have not taken it seriously. When it becomes forced, it's going to change the way that pricing works for your business. Pricing experience, I would recommend that you go and copy your company, turn it on in the current version, and see the implication of your price list before this is pushed upon you with version 28. Permission set objects is big changes coming here. We're really just moving from XML permission sets to AL based permission sets. You're going to find if you've got a development team that are writing PTE extensions for you, they've already done this. If your extensions have not been maintained, this needs to be done for you. It's not overly extensively complicated to migrate to this, but it needs to be done. Your enhanced email capabilities, legacy SMTP connectors are gone. All right, so it's fully removed from the system. This means you need to be using the email accounts page to create an SMTP connector. So there's customers out there right now with legacy SMTP connections where the email will just cease working when this version release becomes pushed upon the customer. So whether they're updated manually or automatically. And you need to consider this. The Universal Code Initiative is just a point that Microsoft announced this, I think about a year ago, maybe 2 years ago, that coding needed to be universal for on-premise, the same as for cloud. So they were aligning their on-prem world with the cloud-based world, and so the standards now have to be raised. So version 28 is going to force some legacy applications with customers that are running on-prem to force to upgrade their PT extension, their packages, to make sure that they are compliant with where Microsoft has gone for this release for 2026. Other notable updates, and some of these are really cool. For example, AL Explorer enhancements for the developers. You've got granular admin roles, which are going to turn around and change the delegation admin function within Microsoft, the partner level and administrative functions. There's data archive extension, new tools to compress and archive historic ledger entries to improve performance. Wow, my tongue. I keep fumbling my words today. E-documents framework is coming. Like Pepol Biz 3.0, it is happening. It is going global and it is pushing. So we go away from manual transactions. PDFs and everything are going to digital. It has to be a digital transaction. So coming in a few years from now, it will be forced upon you. Mobile app barcode scanning. It now supports Bluetooth on iOS and Android from the Business Central application, which is cool, and Power BI embedded control report visibility per user group. So you get granular permissions, a bit more controls around what's going on. So these are some of the things they're talking about in version 28 that are coming out. Watch closely. It's exciting. It's coming quick. We're less than 30 days from experiencing it. Some customers should take their time easing into this. Make sure you do your testing on your extensions, that everything works sufficiently for you. When are we expecting? General availability of this is coming from April 1st, 2026. April Fools. So I wonder if that's a joke, which is pretty funny, because usually Microsoft says it's coming on a date and it's not. So it would be funny if they actually release this on April 1st. Then we're expecting the updates to follow 28.1 coming in May. So keep watching our channel. We're going to keep you informed with what's going on with Microsoft and these updates as they continue to roll. We're quite excited with what Microsoft's doing, especially within the new innovation around the agents. There's innovation around documentation, e-documents and so on. We're excited for where we're going. So come along the journey with us, and we'll keep you updated.